Hi there. Some people go to pet shops to buy a new friend or spend a lot of money and time to find a cat or a dog of some kind of a popular breed. But there are numerous abandoned or just stray animals in the streets that badly need your support, love, and care. Here in my video, you'll see very touching cases about cute kittens and then adorable pups finding a new home. All the rescues in this video are real and are the demonstration of kindness and compassion. The man, Kirk Parker by name, got a call about abandoned kittens in the barn of their farm. He took his daughters and a wife, and the whole family rushed to help the little creatures. The first problem was to get all the kittens out and not to miss any one. As a result, they took 5 kittens out of the barn, brought them to their car, and gave them some milk. And then, all the members had a lot of work to do. They had to feed the kittens and take good care of their health. The babies were very cute and curious, and the girls just adored them. So the parents decided the kittens would stay with them. What a happy end! Kittens are born every day in very hard-to-get places, and the Hope for Paws team does their best to crawl into these places. At this time, a family of kittens were born in a drain near a parking lot. The rescuers had to do everything they could to isolate into the smallest area possible. They put a basketball in the net inside the pipe not to let the kittens get from the other side. But 2 kittens tried to escape in spite of the ball. All the kittens were so curious that they came closer to the net. 5 of them were in the rescuers' hands, but the last one still was in somewhere in the middle. With the help of towels, the people could take the kitty out at last. They also knew that there had to be a mom somewhere nearby and decided to come back a bit later. The rescuers called the gang the Spice Girls, and all the kittens were female. And they did. But a feral mom didn't want any human interaction. She got all necessary medication and vaccination and was released. The girls were very playful and happy waiting for their forever families. Let's hope they've got them. Love Furry Friends Rescue Channel team found a little kitten sitting near a trash can. The creature looked so miserable and had some eye problems. The people took the little baby to the vet for checking up. Amazingly, this little girl, that was named Lilith, turned out to be no less than 8 months old. But actually, she looked like 2 months old and had lichen and a viral eye infection. The rescuers left her in the hospital to recover. But the good thing was that Lilith had a good appetite, and it meant she had good chances to become healthy soon. In 5 weeks, she already looked completely different. She gained some weight and turned out to be an irresistibly cute girl. An amazing lady was impressed by Lilith's story and took the girl to her house. The owner of the Cats Family channel was passing along the street not far from his home and found a tiny abandoned kitten. He decided to take him home. He also saw a ginger one following one of the man's neighbors. He took him too. Some people obviously dropped him there. The man tried to find the mom, but unfortunately failed. He brought the babies home and fed the hungry creatures. They were constantly hungry and threw themselves on food. At last, they calmed down and were happy to relax near their rescuer. The babies needed some medical care because of their eye condition. They also had a good bath and a nice meal. They stayed with their rescuer for some time and then are sure to find a new home.
Oh, so small, so little.
This time, Robin Seplet rescued a kitten abandoned on the street. There were a lot of dangers in the city, such as stray dogs and cat haters, and he just couldn't pass by. The little boy was so truthful that he didn't want the man to let him go. The rescuer brought him home, where there were a lot of other kittens rescued by him. They met their new friend with curiosity. Even a grown-up cat accepted him and decided to take care of the little boy. Now everything will be okay with them. Guyana from the Cotydom project saw several black kittens thrown away when she was driving near some village. They were sitting in the box when the temperature outside was about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. They were extremely scared and very aggressive, trying to bite the woman every time she touched the box.
Всё, не бойтесь, не бойтесь.
At last, she managed to close it and took them to the car. They were sure to be left there by the previous cruel owner. She brought them home and gave them some water and some food. But curiosity came over the little cuties and they started investigating the place. They were not aggressive anymore because all they wanted then was delicious food that Guyana gave them. At last, they had a real home. And now again, there is one more box, but it was full of puppies. The dog rescue shelter Mladenovic, Serbia team received a call about these poor babies. It was about 12 miles away from their shelter, but they rushed to help. The poor little cuties were in a very bad condition, as they had been lying there for a rather long time. The rescuer looked around, trying to find other pups, if any. He didn't find anyone and took the pups home. They were very little. Their eyes were just opened, and of course, they needed special care. But from that moment, their life wasn't in danger anymore, thanks to their rescuers. When the specialists from the cute dodo saw Teddy, they were an unhappy dog who looked dreadful. His skin and fur were terrible, so was his belief in people. The dog was very silent and depressed, and they knew that he didn't have much chance to survive. But the rescuers started doing their work immediately, and Teddy was very calm and trustful, knowing they wanted to help. When his fur started growing, Teddy was a bit surprised, and when the rescuers saw that he was gaining some weight, they were happy. Teddy turned into a very playful and cheerful boy. His rescuers decided to make his life more exciting and organize some adventures to the sea for him. The sea was a fabulous experience for him. He also adored sitting and watching the views. Thanks to his rescuers, now Teddy has a marvelous life. Victor Larkhill is the doctor that spends days trying to save animals' lives. And this is Sandro, an enormous mastiff that was saved from terrible condition. Victor drove to Valencia to transport this giant to his clinic in Amsterdam. The dog was emaciated and could barely walk due to severe hip dysplasia. The doctors operated his hip and rehabilitated him. But this amazingly cute guy couldn't find any family in spite of his kind heart and good nature. Victor and his team had been looking for the family for him for years. But at last, a family in Paris wrote to them. They'd fallen in love with Sandro and wanted to adopt him. Now Sandro looks like the happiest dog ever. The team of the Project Mike shelter got a call about a dog called Aqueeq. He was completely distressed, feeling hunger, thirst, fear, and pain. The x-ray showed he had a broken bone in his leg, and he needed an operation immediately. He was recovering for several days, bearing all the troubles with fortitude. Step by step, Aqueeq, his legs were becoming stronger, but he still suffered from pain. MRI showed that one of the ribs had moved from its original position and the lungs were bleeding, and Aqueeq had an operation again. But in spite of so much troubles, Aqueeq turned out to be a real warrior and got over all the troubles. The rescuers decided to leave the boy in their house forever. Mike Brown now rescued one more precious life. Her name is Ella, and she had been in a life-threatening state when found in the streets of Miami. She had a terrible skin condition and was obviously terribly suffering. She also had some eye infection. The doctors spent a lot of efforts and time to make her heal her health problems. But she was doing greatly. She had a very healthy appetite, and after 3 weeks, she managed to get rid of her illnesses. Now Ella's looking amazing and is ready to find her family. The DAR animal rescue team found this skinny dog by the side of the garbage place. He was shivering from the cold and suffered great hunger. Hermione immediately brought him to the vet. The vet checked him and left him in the hospital. But the boy looked so indifferent to his fate that it broke the hearts of the people around him. He was totally malnourished and dehydrated. He also had some wounds. Besides, he had terrible diarrhea. It took several days to make the doggo feel better. While he was in the clinic, Hermione and her team found a foster for him. Now this boy lives a happy dog life, and Hermione visits him from time to time. Katya from the Four Paws Project has been helping animals for more than 5 years. This time, she met a dog in amazingly terrible condition. Just skin and bones. The dog obviously had had babies before, but Katya didn't see any pups. The girl tried to approach the dog, but the creature was so scared and didn't let her do it. So she left some food and water in the distance. A bit later, Katya offered the dog some sausages, and the poor thing couldn't resist. At last, the girl managed to take the dog into the car. She also looked for pups but didn't find any. The dog obviously had some problems with breasts because there were no puppies. Katya brought the dog to the vet, and the doctor gave her some medicine to stop lactation. Except weight loss and breast inflammation, the dog didn't have any other health problems. It took the girl several days to help the dog to recover. Now she hoped to find a new family for her. Let's hope for the best. The Love Furry Friends Rescue Channel team found a helpless dog that came to people to give birth. But they didn't help and kick her from the house, so she did it under a parked car. The rescuers brought her food and took the puppies out of that unsafe place. They were just 2 days old, but already completely covered with fleas. And for the next 2 months, Mom and her babies were sure to have a safe place to live. Then they are sure to find the families to live with. Here is one more case of Love Furry Friends Rescue Channel team's kind-heartedness. In the village where people have summer houses, the dog gave birth to 5 puppies. The summer was over, and all the people went away. The poor creatures had almost no chance to survive. There was no food, and the poor family had to eat leaves. But the girls arrived to rescue the unlucky family. They took the family to the shelter, giving them a place to live and a lot of tasty food. Now the girls are looking for loving families for the pups and their mom. All these rescues are possible only thanks to your support. So don't forget to like the videos, subscribe, and donate if you can. See you!